Tanshe, Anine, welcome. I'm back after a bit of a hiatus, but I'm very excited because I finished my first year of law school, so I'm happy to be back. Today's reading, sorry, my cat is like jumping around. Today's reading is going to be about a life lesson that you need to process and learn from. Something that your guides or ancestors are trying to move you towards, but that you might be resisting or just not aware of. So let's get to shuffling the deck. Today it's raining and it's very, very peaceful and calm despite the birds chirping super loud. Normally I would do piles, but today it's just going to be like a video, a single video where you may have felt directed to click on. So if you felt compelled, there's probably a reason for that. So again, this is a lesson that your ancestors and spirit guides are trying to bring to your attention at this point in time. I'm just going to shuffle until something stands out. Okay, let's go with that one. Oh, okay, interesting. So we have the Roadrunner, and it says, keep your sense of humor, don't take things so seriously. What are my first feelings about that card? I think really it's self-explanatory in a way, but also you might want to take the perspective of Shakespeare, which might seem a little weird and off the wall and totally unrelated, but or maybe it's someone else, but sort of that divine comedy idea where it's just like things in life happen and you know you are but a player on the stage. You have no control over anything, so you may as well kick back and relax and try your best not to worry too much, because typically when we worry, it's because we are seeking to control a situation. And I am totally intimate with that need as a Capricorn stellium to try to plan and prepare and control every single little aspect of my life. But at the same time, my Capricornness has also allowed me to see a lot of humor in life in maybe a more dry or sardonic way, but humor nonetheless. And I think that's something that we really need right now, especially with all the self-isolation going on, to really sort of keep your chin up and a healthy perspective on life, because it's really difficult sometimes to see how things are going to unfold when you really don't know what tomorrow is going to bring in a very real sense. Some people have no work and have no idea where their next meal is going to come from. There's many people who have felt that even before this whole pandemic occurred and are just feeling that even more intensified now because opportunities have shrunk significantly for everyone. And all to say, it's more difficult to find the positive in life, but when you can, that can really carry you through. So I think the Roadrunner spirit is showing up to kind of remind you that you can laugh through the rain and know that tomorrow is always going to provide an opportunity for change. No day will be the same because that's just not possible. The plants are always growing. The sun is always rising and setting. The planets shift and change and move. And people learn from the events that happen to them, lessons that they take in from those events, and nothing really stays the same. So there's like there's a lot of comfort in that, I think, and a bit of humor if you are able to see it that way. So those are sort of my thoughts, but I encourage you to think of ways that humor takes a role in your life. Maybe you're a comedian like some of my good friends are, or you enjoy watching really funny movies, or you like watching those fail videos on YouTube, or you enjoy making jokes and making people smile, and maybe dressing your pets in silly outfits. Obviously, they're not going to find that very funny, but you know, to each their own, you know. So I'm also going to pull a card from my tarot deck just to see if there's any other messages to do with keeping your sense of humor. This one. The Chariot. Interesting. So here, I'll show you the card. When I see the Chariot, I actually see it as a very serious card. And I guess really what is being shown here with it showing up with the Roadrunner is this idea that right now at this point in time, maybe finding humor is very difficult. And it's the type of balance that requires a lot of dedication and hard work. Again, the global situation we're facing right now is very heavy, and to remind yourself to keep a solid sense of humor can be pretty difficult. It might be the last thing you want to do because you have so many other concerns, but nonetheless, life is full of balance, and sometimes it requires you to laugh a little. And also, the Chariot is often associated with Cancer, the astrological sign. I have a moon in Cancer. And just like a little pause, I feel like this reading is sort of calling me out, but nonetheless. Okay, pause over. Cancer is actually notorious for having the weirdest sense of humor. And I can attest to this from my own personal experience and my own inclinations to be just like kind of off the wall with my jokes and slapstick comedy and everything that I try to do to make my friends laugh. But Cancer, I think, because they're so in tune with emotion, there's a really good understanding of both pain and levity, that lightheartedness that you can only really become acquainted with once you've felt that seriousness and that sort of lack of a desire to laugh, or that lack of a desire to just sort of let go and just giggle a little bit. So maybe you have someone in your life who's directly influenced by the zodiac sign Cancer, whether it's our sun, moon, or rising. You may also have those signs in your chart, but maybe it would be helpful, actually, this is interesting, for you to watch like comedians who are Cancerians and to look at how they see the world and how they interpret it through their humor, and maybe think about incorporating their perspective into your own life. Because yeah, it can be really difficult to laugh at life, especially now. But when you are familiar with the dark side of things, it's that much sweeter when you can find the light and the the calm. But actually, it's not even about the calm. It's about laughter and like being joyful and happy and sharing with other people in that happiness. So I think that's what your ancestors and your guides are trying to tell you to do, is to find joy and laughter in all of the places possible that show up in your life, because you really need it right now. And I'm just passing along the message, so don't get upset with me if this upsets you. I don't think it will. It's probably going to be comforting, I think. But yeah, merci, miigwech. Thanks for watching this video. I look forward to making my next one. If you have any suggestions on video topics, please let me know. If you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can email me at the email I've listed in the description box on this video. And if you have any other suggestions for content, maybe not necessarily tarot related, but astrology, life advice, that sort of stuff, I'm all right at doing that. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye.